really don't think people understand how accelerated artificial intelligence is going to make us. And it's not going to happen, or it's going to happen a lot sooner than I thought it was. In fact, since I saw the potential of OpenAI and what you can possibly do with it since the introduction, that sort of the mass audience of ChatGPT that came out in November of 2022, I've been recalibrated. I thought we were 10 years from where we actually are, and I thought it would be a lot more slower progression to get to where we are. And I think it's really exciting, but also a little scary in terms of the potential that we actually have, because there's going to be very much a seismic shift across all segment of society where things are going to rapidly progress. I think about, and I especially think of how we are so poorly integrating it with our life at the moment. Um, and the people that are going to benefit the most is going to be very similar to what it's always has been. It's going to be the experts in particular domains. Now, I think here's the thing, here's the rub, right? Is that much of this artificial intelligence is going to replace much of the sort of behavior and things that we do as experts in particular domains. There's a lot of grunt work that people have to do in sort of grunt knowledge that we have to have that is going to be easily replaced. Basic understanding of medicine, basic understanding of our bodies, basic understanding of, whatever the particular domain is going to be easily accessible and able to bring up. Now, it's very similar to what happened with the internet, where we had vast amounts of information that are easily able to draw upon. But this is going to be able not only the information and get access to information, but how to consolidate that information to make sort of appropriate guess, inference about the future. Now, what's going to happen is that it's going to be harder to find the sort of nooks and crannies of things that are interesting and that are different that we don't know, right? Because the machine eventually will be able to just be running perpetually and find the nooks and crannies that we don't currently know, right? And so it will be able to make pretty good inferences on what to do next and how to handle different exceptions and different things like that. So, the corpus of knowledge of what we understand right now and sort of making deductive understanding is going to be very easy for the machine to do that deductive understanding in terms of coming up with new knowledge and breakthroughs and things like that. So it's going to be really exciting to see that. Now, it's going to be more of on the edge, the inductive stuff, the stuff that we don't understand very well. That's going to become more of a specialty for experts, which is, if you think about what experts do, that's very similar to what they do right now, except for it's going to be highly, highly accelerated in a lot of different ways. So there is for generating knowledge, there is a lot of grunt work that's involved, a tremendous amount of grunt work that's involved, that's slow, that's boring, that everybody hates. It's kind of not the fun things and exciting things. I love discovering new things. I love to go through in the key moments I get really excited is when I have a discovery of an insight that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. That's exciting. Well, all the rest of it, all of the boring stuff that I hate, that I just despise, there's a lot of grunt work. I'm not going to be, I don't need to do that kind of stuff anymore. I'm going to focus on the things that are very interesting and that are just, fundamentally a discovery that I'll be like, oh, that's cool. That particular discovery, I want you to go and actually find this and find some evidence of that particular discovery. Go do that for me. And that's literally what you're going to have to do. And it will be able to generate whatever report that you want or whatever potential new knowledge that you want. Of course, you're going to have to go through it and make sure it's sort of generating insights that you thought it should. Now, what ends up happening though is that the knowledge that it generates or the style that it generates is still not great. It's still not necessarily, I would say, very insightful, but damn, it is very good. And I think we will get there. I really truly think that it is possible to surpass human capabilities, but there will be things that are just interesting that we can possibly do and explore. And the other thing that's going to end up happening is that we're going to need incentive. We're going to need people that have gumption to run these things, not unlike what is happening right now. We need to guide behavior in kind of an architecture that, we need to sort of provide that architecture right now to guide these particular machines. Now, to what degree will this be replaced, providing the architecture to sort of guidance? How quickly will that be removed? I don't know at this moment, but I think we're pretty close. But there's still a great demand for people to use our, intuition, not necessarily intuition. It could be arbitrary, right? It doesn't have to be right, but we need we need to tell the computer, go do that thing. And it will kind of go do that thing for us. So I think we're in a brave new world. I'm super excited about it. The more I interact with it, the more I realize that this is an extremely powerful tool that we need to be exploiting so much more. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.